All right. If you're just joining me, I have been off screen training my skills so that we aren't quite as useless the next time we run into a situation in which we might need to climb a wall or throw a stone or even perhaps throw a dagger. We are thieves. The thief's primary ranged attack is throwing daggers or throwing knives. You usually have to purchase a number of them. In this game, the knives are all the same. They are all equally a dagger, and you throw them or you wield them in combat, and either works for either situation. In future games, I don't believe, maybe not number two, but I do believe three, four, and five. They differentiate. They have throwing knives, and then they also have the dagger that the thief would use in combat, or the mage. The mage also uses the dagger, although the mage can't throw knives or daggers. The mage throws spells. Yeah, and then the fighter typically does not have any ranged attack. They don't. I believe they do not start with throwing. You can give it to them if you want to, and that kind of changes the things that they are able to utilize to solve puzzles. Obviously, it gives you more tools. Um, when I was a child, I used to explore that possibility to a great deal, especially in the first game, because the first game really is obviously the kicking off point for the entire series. We're gonna head north and just gotta get into combat. That's why I'm moving around while I'm talking, so that you're not just staring at me while I stand still on the screen. That seems stupid, and I've done that a couple times in the past. So I'll be looking for combat while I regale you with my anecdotes of childhood that I'm sure you're all on the edge of your seats waiting for. But as I was saying, in this first game, uh, the opportunities are such that you can create the beginnings of a very unique character that can follow throughout the rest of the series. Um, in the case of the thief, in fact, if you start with a thief, the only two skills you don't possess, and we'll look at that real quick. I can show you, and you can see the improvements I've made. As you can see, my climbing, my throwing, and my stealth have all improved a decent bit. I have not practiced lockpicks, and I have not done any of the thieving content because I want to share that obviously as well. But if you notice, the only two skills I don't have would be parry and magic. Well, in the first game, you actually start with enough bonus points at the beginning to give yourself both parry and magic. In doing so, parry allows you to wield a sword and a shield, otherwise unattainable to either the mage or the thief. And the magic obviously allows you to wield magic. Now, in the very first game, you will be missing a single. Actually, let me think about that. I believe you'll be missing two spells. You won't be able to get zap, I don't think. And then there's a portion of the game later where you can actually attain a spell through a game you play. And I don't believe if you're a mage, you can play the game. If you're not a mage, I don't believe you're allowed to, even with the magic skill. All right, here, real quick, as an interruption, we have our first combat. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. All right, let's see what we can do. We can stab him. Ah! Oh, that sounds really loud in my ears. I hope that's not as loud for you guys. All right. That's not good. That's not good. Not good. We're too tired. That's the only problem with this game. If you run out of stamina in combat, you will die. Oh boy. All right. Nope, he's still on us. We can't rest. Run. We need to get out of here. Let's just go north. Please, goblin. Please. All right. Are we good? No. This guy is tenacious. Woo. Come on. No. All right. Real quick. We're almost done. I promise. We'll just be up here. This will give us a chance to rest. All right. Whew. That was a close one. Let us rest a bit so that we can get our stamina back, and we might be a little bit more prepared to shank a goblin. Mid-afternoon. Let's see. All right, stamina is almost full, and we did boost our agility and our vitality. That's good. Our weapon use, unfortunately, did not go up, nor did we get to plunder our goblin corpse. Not to be morbid. But back to the grind. We can go try another combat, and then we'll probably have to rest and sleep, and it'll be the next day. But yeah, as I was saying, with the thief, you can give yourself both parry. No, he's too powerful. You can give yourself both parry and magic, and then you are literally a jack of all trades. And by the time you get into the third or fourth game, you can have acquired basically everything that any one of the characters could have acquired. Uh, Other than, I guess there's one exception to that. Now that I say that, the fighter has the opportunity after the second game to transition to the fourth class that is not available in either the first or second game, and that would be the paladin. The warrior or the fighter has the opportunity to become a paladin after the second game if he acts in an honorable enough manner, which is another that was another mechanic that I was fascinated by as a child because I couldn't. I mean, it seems kind of simple and simplistic now, but in the day or in the time of when this happened, I was just fascinated, absolutely fascinated. All right, well, you remain unconscious on the ground for an indeterminate amount of time. As you finally revive, you realize that you're caused yourself a fair amount of damage. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save this real quick because if I kill myself in the recording, I will feel really stupid. Here we go. Here we go. Hey! You put the seed into your pack and climb down. Fantastic. That was still a little embarrassing, but not quite as bad as just throwing myself at this wall over here that had nothing to do with getting at that plant. All right. Actually, I should verify that damage they're talking about. 4 points. That's not terrible. Climbing went up. Strength went up. Intelligence is now 19 out of 100. Yeah, we're getting there. All right. 20%. Oh, nope. He's still too powerful. All right. Well, as I was trying to say, you can become a paladin with the fighter class in the third game and then follow through the fourth and fifth. And the fourth game in particular has a decent bit of extra content for the paladin story-wise. And then the fifth game actually does a really good job of making sure all four classes really have the opportunity to. Man, he is just. I should not have cut back like that. Let's get out of here. Anyway, the fifth game does a really good job of ensuring that all four classes have a decent bit of content for each of them available. So, yeah, the first like it's hard to explain, but like the first and second game, the fighter kind of doesn't have a lot of extra content just because there isn't a lot of creativity to be done with just physicality, whereas like the thief is supposed to be cunning and has different tool sets that he can use, and the mage is basically the same, but his tool sets just are a literal book of spells that he uses as his tools, as opposed to the thief who has physical tools. But the warrior or the fighter, I keep calling it warrior. I guess it's the same thing. But oh, we can take this guy. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. All right, here we go. This is a Saurus, the weakest character in the game, or the weakest enemy in the game, I should say. And here we are. Victory. All right, we finally have a victory. And weapon use went up 3 points. That's not too shabby. Luck is doing well. Vitality is going up. Let me take a quick chance here to explain the stats slightly better. So your three health, stamina, and magic point stats, those three are directly affected by the stats on the left-hand side of the upper window. So, for instance, your health is determined by 50% of your strength and 50% of your vitality. And as you can see, my vitality and strength are both 33. So obviously 2 halves of those two numbers would add up to 33, which is the max health I have now. Your stamina is registered by your agility and your vitality, which would be why it's up to 41 points, because my agility is boosting that average a bit higher. And then your magic points, obviously, they are determined by your magic skill and your vitality. I have no magic skill, so I do not get magic points, even though I have some vitality. All right, off this screen and off to more event. Well, let's see if we can rest, actually, real quick. All right, 60 minutes in, we got some more stamina back. We're looking pretty good. And it's sunset approaches. All right. Well, let's see if we can get one more combat in, maybe for some practice, and then we can sleep for the night and refill both our health and stamina to max. And maybe tomorrow we will start exploring the town a bit more. Perhaps we'll. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? Next episode, which will most likely occur in games terms tomorrow, I will start focusing back on the town, and we will start exploring more of the thieves' extra content that he has available to him in this game. All of it is centered around the town. But yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. You'll get to see it tomorrow, and that will most likely be in next episode, which will also come out in real terms tomorrow. If you're watching this the day it comes out. Otherwise, you'll just be able to continue on to the next episode. All right, we'll move our way around until we find one more combat, and then we can head ourselves on to Arana's Peace and get our night's rest that is well deserved at this point. But as I was trying to say before, I got way off topic. As a child, I used to explore the different character classes and the different combinations you could get with, like, taking, say, a fighter and adding magic skill to him, which I thought was a wild combo, but I never really followed through with, and I now am regretting it now that I say it out loud. That would make a very interesting character, being able to cast magic and have the fighting ability of the fighter. The one drawback is because you're carrying a shield as a fighter and you can parry. You cannot cast spells in combat. You can only cast spells as you're standing here like I am. All right. Well, I'm having a hard time. Oh, all right. Speak of the devil. Here we go. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. Get us a Gabi. All right. Whack. Nice, nice, nice. A little shanky action. Ooh, right in the face. He don't seem to like that very much. One more. Nope. All right. Good dodge. Ah. Got him. Let's see what we got. You search your opponent. You find 5 silver coins and carefully place them into your pouch. Fantastic. Making a little money, getting a little experience. Maybe wait to rest for 60 minutes so it doesn't turn nighttime while I'm still in the middle of the forest and get ambushed by a cheetar. Ah! All right. Hostile intent is evident. You prepare for battle. I should be able to take this guy with no problem. All right. Shanky, shanky. Yeah. 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 A little more. A little swipe action. Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick peek. I like peeking afterwards to see how much my skills improve. Whew. Weapon use is almost 20%, and vitality is up 3 points. Puts our max health up. Puts our stamina up 1 more point. That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right, let's mosey on over here. Waltz our way on up to old Arana's Peace. I don't know that I have enough in me for one more goblin. We'll let him live. We'll let him live for tomorrow. We'll, I'm sure, run into him again someday. All right. In fact, there's actually a combat training zone, as it is self-called or self-titled, in which you can go in and fight goblins over and over and over ad infinitum. Infinitum? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. However, I do know you can go in and fight goblins over and over again. And the first time you fight them, you only fight one. But the second time you go in there, and the situation seems the same, you actually have to fight 2 back to back. After that, it continues. Each combat adds another goblin, and I'm not sure where the cap is. I have exploited that place to its max as far as gaining skill points up and maxing characters. But I'm not sure how long you can continue. I'm not sure where the balance is in which a maxed out character can no longer handle however many goblins. Maybe that's a video I'll do as a one-off on the side. Train up a character max stats and then go in there and see how far I can take it. If anyone's interested, let me know. If anyone has any thoughts on that, please feel free to leave it in the comments. All right. The sweet, juicy fruit of the tree is amazingly satisfying and refreshing. Fantastic. We're full up on food. We can grab some more flowers. We can continue to sell those to the healers. I believe you can sell flowers to her each day. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's accurate. All right, let's rest for a minute, or an hour, I guess. Night has fallen, and that means we can sleep all night amongst these fragrant and beautiful flowers. You sleep comfortably among the fragrant flowers. I think he's copying me. What is that? That little black pair of pixels there is, that's confusing me. It's throwing me off. All right. You awake as the sun begins to rise. Here we go. I think that might be it for the day. Let's save it here. We can go out and explore tomorrow, and then head to the town for the evening instead of up here. And with that, we'll be able to explore more of the thieves' unique content, as it were. So anyway, I would just like to say thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. If you made it this far, you like what you see, please feel free to leave a like. If you don't like what you see, or you have any thoughts or feelings about what has happened in this episode, or what you'd like to see in future episodes, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I look forward to it, and I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day, be well, and take care.